In 1971, Congress passed the Wild Free-Roaming Horses and Burros Act to protect free-roaming horses and burros in the western United States from roundups by private citizens and groups. They determined that free-roaming horses will be managed on public lands designated as herd management areas or herd management territories at a population of 26,000 horses. This number was determined to be the maximum population that the rangelands could support, meaning that at this population, there would be enough food and water for horses to use, and there would be enough food and water for native wildlife and cattle as well. The number of wild horses in the West continued to grow each year. Soon, there were more horses than the management areas could support, and horses began to starve or die of dehydration. They began to compete with native wildlife, such as elk and pronghorn, for food and water, driving these native species away from watering holes and lush vegetation. To try to manage the horses and save the rangelands, the Bureau of Land Management and Forest Service created off-range holding facilities for horses, taking horses off rangelands that were overgrazed and placing them in paddocks where they could be fed and watered. There, the horses may be adopted or live out the rest of their lives. Today, there are approximately over 85,000 wild horses living in horse management areas or territories on western public lands, and an additional 48,000 horses in off-range holding facilities. That's nearly 5 times the number of horses that the Wild Free-Roaming Horses and Burros Act set out to protect and manage. Because we love horses, this overpopulation is a problem. Nobody wants to see horses suffering on a damaged rangeland. To solve the problem, managers need to find a way to get more horses off public rangelands. One way is to reduce the number of horses that are born each year, particularly in those management areas where populations are consistently higher than there is food available. Currently, research is underway in methods to safely sterilize mares and stallions, and methods to safely administer birth control to mares and stallions. Another method being considered is finding ways to encourage more adoptions and sales so that the holding facilities are not overwhelmed. With local, state, and national organizations and agencies working together, we will find a way to maintain healthy horse herds throughout the western United States.